did. Put it down. I'm just going to put it down until it gets hard to see so I know I got a good depth. That's probably it right there. Then this here, you can see, it's called a messenger. It's going to relay the message that I want it to shut. So I'm going to drop it. There we go. Then I'm going to use what's called the windmill technique so I don't contaminate my rope. And here you have a nice water sample.
I feel like I should clap.
So, hello, I'm Katie Arston. I'm going to show you how to use the Oakton T-100. We just got our test sample from Forest & Co. And we are going to test the turbidity of this river. So the first thing I have to do, I get one of our clean test bottles. I pour it in about to the line. Too much. There you go. So, and I screw the cap back on. And then I make sure to wipe it for any fingerprints because it will affect the results. So next, this is the Oakton T-100. I'm going to turn it on. It's going to warm up. Now it says read. So now I'm going to match the arrow up with the arrow that's on the Oakton T-100. Make sure to put the cap on or your test results would vary. And then I hit read. By the way, this was already calibrated before we went out in the field. Make sure to calibrate it before. And it is 11.01 NTU for the turbidity reading.
Hey, I'm Ron Painter, and I'm going to show you how to use the secchi disc. As you can see, we have it all pre-marked off in units of 1 secchi depth, so that'll make it easier to tell exactly where our depth is. And pretty much the technique is just to lower it slowly into the turbid water. And so we're at 1 secchi depth, 2, 3 secchi depth. And you can still see the white triangles, or whatever shape you want to call those. Now we're at 4, still see them. And 5, the secchi disc has become completely obscured by the turbid water. So we know that this is a depth of 5 secchi depths. And then to pull it out, we'll use the same windmill technique so no rope gets contaminated. That's how you use a secchi disc. Hello Sarah, my name is Luke, and I'm going to be talking to you about the YSI Pro10. It's used to measure pH and also temperature. First thing you have to do is you got to make sure that the caps are off of the sensor. One big gray one. And then you also have to unscrew this metal portion and get rid of the little red cap that's in there. What this is for is there's got a little sponge in it that keeps the sensor moist so that it stays calibrated for as long as possible and doesn't undergo any damage. Now this meter does need some calibration, but it was already done in the lab, so we're going to skip that part today. So it's on, and you see two numbers, the pH and the degrees Celsius there. All you got to do is simply put the probe into the water, like so. Try not to bang it on the way down. And then you gotta let it sit in the water for a couple minutes. So it can stabilize. And it'll take some time for the number to stop moving around.
I think that was close enough.
So, yeah. So it stopped, it stabilized right around 7.6, the low 6.0s. And so we're going to take it out and we're going to record that reading. That makes make sure that once you take the probe out, that you put all the caps back on, especially that red one. And that is it.
Okay, we have our litmus paper. They're very thin sheets, so you'll want to make sure that you have just a single one. If you have too many sheets, then it could make the color of your result look darker than it actually is, so it could give you a more acidic reading than what your actual reading is. So, now we have our sample water. We're going to dip that litmus paper right in. Give it a moment here. Put our cap back on. And since this sample is being thrown away, that's why I dipped my paper in. Otherwise, you would have wanted to make sure that you have a separate container specifically for your pH. Okay. Within this lovely container, we have a little chart. There it is. And it has numbers 1 through 14. Everything on the top, which is pH 1 through 7, is considered acidic, except 7 is neutral. Everything pH 8 to 14 is basic. So when you make your comparison, you're going to want to make sure that you don't set it against the paper, because that can also make the color of the strip look off. So we'll want to hold it nicely. 7 doesn't look quite right. 6 looks pretty darn good to me. So we're going to go with